Think about this. You're dealing with cultural Marxism.
Oh my God, dude. Cultural Marxism. Okay, there's something called equity and there's something called equality, right? And this is a good, what do you call, like a good illustration of it right here. On the left, we have equality. Everybody has one box to stand on to watch a baseball game. That's equality. The tall guy that's 6 feet tall, he has a box. The 4 foot tall kid, he has a box. The little kid, the 5-year-old who's really short, he has a box also. But equality doesn't always lead to fairness, to fair outcomes. So equality is not the same as fairness. Equity would be where everybody has a fair shot. Not fair outcomes, not like there are 400 white billionaires, so there should be 400 black billionaires too. Not that. That's not equity. That is not, quote unquote, cultural Marxism. What he's calling cultural Marxism. It's fairness. It's the guarantee that people will be given a fair shake, whether they're black or white, whether they're short or tall, whether they're, whatever. Doesn't matter. Everyone will be given a fair shake. Studies have shown that people with black-sounding names on their resume are less likely to get jobs, to get job positions, than people with white-sounding names. Shaquanda is less likely to get a job than John, for example. That is inequality. So we aren't even on the left here. We're trying to get to the left. Once we get to the left, maybe we can get to the center, equity, where everybody has a fair shake. Rather than an equal shake, maybe we can have a fair shake. In reality, white people in the United States, of course, not every white person. I grew up broke as dog shit. I ate buttered bread for who knows how long, until the point that, I realized that we had sugar and cinnamon. So I started toasting my bread and sprinkling, after putting butter on, sprinkling sugar and cinnamon on and eating that. I can't tell you how long I ate that. I ate that until I can't believe I didn't get scurvy. Anyway, not every white person, but there are 400 or something white billionaires and only like 3 black ones. Oprah, Beyonce, and Jay-Z, I think, are the only black billionaire. Maybe Michael Jordan? I'm not even sure. The point is that we want equity. We want people to be even, to be fair. We want things to be fair. That's what we should shoot for in a society, right? When Eric Metaxas says cultural Marxism,
think about this. You're dealing with cultural Marxism.
When he says cultural Marxism, what he's talking about is this middle thing here, this equity thing. Think about this. We're dealing with equity. That's what cultural Marxism is, equity. But, interestingly, it closely mirrors the term cultural Bolshevism, which is a famous term used by Hitler back in the day, back in World War II. Cultural Marxism, by the by, is a conspiracy theory. Just read a little bit of the Wikipedia page for cultural Marxism here. Let's just read the term, or let's read cultural Marxism like the Wikipedia page. The term cultural Marxism refers to a far-right anti-Semitic conspiracy theory that misrepresents the Frankfurt School as being responsible for modern progressive movements, identity politics, and political correctness. The reason that it's anti-Semitic, that it's labeled anti-Semitic here, is because of its ties to cultural Bolshevism from World War II. Hitler used to talk about cultural Bolshevism, which it talks about in a minute. The conspiracy theory posits that there's an ongoing and intentional academic and intellectual effort to subvert Western society via a planned culture war that undermines the Christian values of traditionalist conservatism and seeks to replace them with culturally liberal values. A contemporary revival of the Nazi propaganda term cultural Bolshevism, the contemporary version of the conspiracy theory, originated in the U.S. during the 90s. So cultural Marxism was revived in the 90s off of cultural Bolshevism. Cultural Bolshevism, sometimes referred to specifically as art Bolshevism, music Bolshevism, or sexual Bolshevism, was a term widely used by state-sponsored critics in Nazi Germany to denounce secularist, modernist, and progressive cultural movements. The term is closely related to the Jewish Bolshevism conspiracy theory. So all this stuff is connected to each other. Cultural Marxism, cultural Bolshevism, Jewish Bolshevism, it's all linked together. So when you hear somebody talk about cultural Marxism, they probably don't realize this. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and assume he doesn't know this. It's an anti-Semitic conspiracy theory. Let's just assume he doesn't know that. Give him the benefit of the doubt here. I don't know why I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt, but I am.